Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanasadi Yamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्रील प्रभुपाद की समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। See, on a festival day like this, when there is fasting till evening, sometimes devotees think we don't know when will the lecture end. It will go on for till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. But today I have a flight at 11. I have to leave early today. I have some back pain problem. I actually came only because it's Gaur Purnima day, And Radha Prabhu is in Bangalore, I am here, and Sitaram Prabhu is in another temple. So I just came for the morning darshan, Guru Puja and this short class. So I will complete by 9 o'clock. That's a good news for all of you. 9, and then after that we have first initiation candidates will come to Dwaraka Hall, correct, no? 9 and 9:10 I have to leave for the airport. So in this 1 hour, 1 short hour, I have a PowerPoint which I'll share with you. Om Ajnanathmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuhunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminite Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahoditau Gaudodeye Pushpavantau Chitrau Shamdau Tamonudau Ajanulambita Pujo Kanakavadhatau Sankirtanai Kapitarau Kamalayatakshav Vishwambarau Dijavarau Yugadharmapalo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunayadavatirna Kalau Samarpayitum Vannatwajvala Rasam Swabhaktim Shriyam Hari Purata Sundaradyuti Kadam Basandi Pitaha Sada Hridaya Kandare Suratau Vashachinandanaha Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Hladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvi Pura Deha Vedam Gatau Tau Chaitanyakyam Prakatamadhuna Tadbayam Chaikyam Aptam Radha Bhavajuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptaganchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why he came in this world, all devotees already know it. So you may wonder, what is something new we are going to hear today? Why did Krishna himself come when Haridas Thakur was already chanting 3 lakh names every day? And Advaita Acharya was already preaching, and he was also, uh, vigorously distributing the message of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Advaita Acharya also chanted the holy name for the Shaligram Shila with Ganga Jal. So let us understand what is the real intent with which Krishna descends to this world in this age. See, this is a very famous verse. Anarpita means not offered. Charim Chirat means for a very long period of time, which means we cannot say that it was never offered. The Radha Krishna worship was there long, long before. But because people became unqualified to understand the glory of the divine couple, so the Acharyas down the line did not emphasize on Radha Krishna worship, rather the Krishna worship was pretty famous. But again, in our line of Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, Madhavendra Puripad, he was the one to reintroduce the worship of the divine couple Radha and Krishna. So he is called as the root of love of God, Madhavendra Puri. And then his disciple is Ishwara Puri. And who becomes the guru of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the arrival of Madhavendra Puri Pad, Ishwara Puri, should be understood as a preparation for the descent of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Always the devotees of the Lord come and prepare a ground for the Lord to come and play his pastimes. Just like you all know, when Krishna wants to appear, he doesn't come straight away. He sends Balaramji first. Balaram enters the womb of Devaki, and then he cleanses the womb of the 6 Shadgarbha, isn't it? Those 6 children who are killed one after another, isn't it? Then he cleanses it, and then he puts Ananta Shesha, Adi Shesha there. So that when Krishna appears, he can rest in the Adi Shesha. So he prepares the ground. And then Balaram wants to move to his own mother, Rohini. And then Yogamaya will transfer him from the womb of Devaki to womb of Rohini, isn't it? Just as Balaram prepares the ground before Krishna arrives, similarly, Madhavendra Puripad, Ishwara Puripad, they all actually prepared the ground for Lord Chaitanya to come and offer the Radha Krishna worship and love in this world for all jivas to understand. Actually, the beautiful pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are non-different from the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and the gopis. Therefore it is said, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, nahi anya, it is said. So when Lord Chaitanya is dancing and chanting with his devotees, this Sankirtan is non-different from Radha and Krishna dancing with the gopis. Therefore, the place called Shiva Sangan in Sridham Mayapur, that is called as Rasa Sthali, where Lord Chaitanya dances with his own associates. That is non-different from the Rasa Sthali in Vrindavan. So, why? Because here is Lord Chaitanya, there is Lord Krishna along with Radharani. They are same. Another similarity is, when we talk about Sridham Mayapur, this is called as Audariya Dham. And Vrindavan is called as Madhurya Dham. Vrindavan is abode of sweetness. And Audariya Dham, Mayapur is abode of compassion. So the same Krishna comes with a more enhanced compassion for the jivas by combining the mercy of Srimati Radharani along with him. Krishna is also compassionate. We say, hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu. He is himself ocean of mercy. But when you combine him with Srimati Radharani, it's double compassion. So how do you say it's double compassion? Param Puji Gaur Govind Maharaj once explained it. He said, Lord Narasimha is powerful. You know, all of you have seen Mahavatar Narasimha. how Lord Narasimha comes with so much of power. And everybody fears him for his extraordinary power. At the same time, if you see Lord Ramachandra, he exhibited similar power, but added to the power, he had beauty also. So you don't see the power of Rama and become frightened. Like you may become frightened about Narasimha, isn't it? Because in Janasthan, Lord Ram finished 14,000 Rakshasas single-handedly taking his bow and arrow. Such was his power. He's powerful and also beautiful. And Lord Krishna is powerful, beautiful, and merciful also. Why Krishna is more merciful? Sri Ram stands erect, but Krishna keeps his lotus feet like this. Correct? No, threefold bending form. And he keeps like this, he is 19, chinhas in Krishna's lotus feet. They're activated when you keep like this. Otherwise, when you keep like this, you have to go below the feet. Correct, no? So our Vishnu Chakra Thakur says, Krishna is making access to his 19 symbols very easy to his devotees. Like a thunderbolt, or a lotus, or a flag, or a fish. Like that, there are 19 symbols in Krishna's lotus feet. Every symbol is capable of awarding you one benediction. Thunderbolt can destroy your mountain of sins. Lotus can make you remain pure, even in the impure world around you. Similarly, the fish is actually the fish. Krishna defeats the, it's a Makaradvaja. Who has a Makaradvaja? Madan, Cupid. Krishna knocks down that Cupid and takes the fish below his feet. So in this way, Krishna's, all the symbols in Krishna's lotus feet are activated when he stands in a threefold bending form. That is one way Krishna is merciful. And Krishna is also merciful because Lord Rama told Shurpanaka, I cannot marry you because I have taken Ekapatni Vrata. Sorry, you go back, he told. But again, the same Shurpanaka came as Trivakra Kubja. And Krishna did not reject her. In fact, he converted her ugly form into a beautiful form by accepting a seva from her of the Chandan. Correct, no? So, therefore, Krishna is more merciful. Similarly, in the Dandakaranya forest, all the sages, they all said to Ram, when they saw Lord Ram being served by Sita when she was serving prasad, they saw, oh, this relationship of Sita with Ram is so sweet and beautiful. We wish to become also wife of Rama. So we can also serve Ram like this. Of course, if the sages wanted, in one moment they can turn their bodies into female forms. Correct, no? They have their powers. And Lord Ram told them, hey, wait a minute before you transform yourself. Because I have taken Ekapatni Vrat. Don't come and beg me for marriage. I cannot marry. But when I come as Krishna, all of you can get to serve me at that time. So they are the ones who came as Munichari gopis. Shrutichari gopis, Munichari gopis, Devakanya gopis, and different type of gopis, one category of them. They became associates of Krishna. So therefore Krishna is more merciful. He did not say no to them. He accepted them all. Similarly, 16,000 princesses were arrested by our Bahumasura in his jail. He had brought these princesses from various kings after defeating them. So when Krishna was so merciful, when he opened the jail door, he told all these princesses, now you all can go back to your kingdom, meet your parents and get married and settle happily. None of them budged an inch. Krishna asked, what happened? They said, we are a rejected lot. Already the Asura has captured and brought us. Nobody will marry us. Even if you go back, we don't even know whether we will be accepted or not. Krishna said, then what do you want to do? They said, you only saved us. So why didn't you marry us? Krishna said, all right, immediately agreed. And he gave them all saris and ornaments and chariots, and he gave them one palace each. In this way, he made all of them queens of Dwaraka. So is Krishna merciful or not? Yeah, he's more merciful than Rama. And our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considered even more merciful than Krishna also. Why? What is the reason for that? Because Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya. So Krishna puts a condition that if you surrender to me, then I will destroy all your sinful reactions. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does, he says that if somebody is not ready to surrender to me, he calls his two devotees. Shuno Shuno Nityananda Shuno Haridas Sarvatra Amara Ajna Koro Pata Shuno Shuno Nityananda Shuno Haridas Sarvatra Amara Ajna Koro Pata Pati Gare Gare Giya Koro Yahi Bhiksha Boliye Pati Gare Gare Giya बोलो कृष्णा भजो कृष्णा करो कृष्णा शिक्षा. So, Chaitanya says, oh, the jivas are too sick to come to me. Like whenever a doctor sees that patient is too sick, doctor says, I will go to see the patient in the home. Correct? If you are slightly sick, you go to the doctor. If you are too sick, doctor comes to home. The Kali Yuga situation is which one? Too sick or less sick? Too sick. So Chaitanya says, oh Nityananda, Haridas, these souls are not going to come. You better go to their place. You go home to home, hostel to hostel, room to room, back to the door. And then you give them these three things. Give them the holy name, holy books like Gita Bhagavatam and worship of Krishna. So therefore Chaitanya is considered more merciful. And another reason why Chaitanya is considered more merciful is Patra Apatra Nadeki. It is said, which means he does not see your qualification. Like we say, no? Dena Shuddha Krishna Shiksha, Dena Shuddha Krishna Shiksha, Dena Shuddha Krishna Shiksha. Jati Dan Vidya Bal Na Kore Apeksha. So, on the order of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu is not checking any other qualification like, jati or dhan or vidya or bal. If you want to learn Vedic knowledge, one has to be born in a Brahmana family. If one has to join a Shankara Math, Prabhupada says one has to be a sannyasi, otherwise you cannot be accepted. Everywhere there are some qualifications kept. But Mahaprabhu does not demand any qualification. Jati dhan vidya bal na kore apeksha. So, and he gives Shuddha Bhakti to everybody. So therefore he is very merciful. But the only thing you need to have willingness to accept it, that's all. Like for example, the example is given of, if you throw a rope in the well and you catch the rope, then he can be brought out of the well. So Krishna says, take this rope and get out of this material world. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. But Lord Chaitanya says, if I throw the rope, they will not come. So he throws rope with a bucket also. Sit inside and I will take you. So he gives you patrata and takes you out of this world. If you don't have qualification, he's ready to give you qualification. Only thing is, at least you should sit in the bucket at least. Somebody, no, I will not sit. And so we should be willing to receive the mercy. That is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is another reason why he is considered very merciful. There is also another reason why he is very merciful. Krishna's pastimes can be easily misunderstood. Because Krishna is surrounded by all his pure devotees or gopis. In a conditioned stage, the living entity looks with a bhoga vritti. Hey, why there are so many gopis around Krishna? Because the conditioned soul is envious. In one class, I asked a question, is there anybody here who can marry 16,000 princesses? Everybody waved the head, we cannot. One boy said, yes, I can. I was surprised. I asked him, really? And another of his friends sitting next to him and said, hey, if you marry 16,000, you have to give them saris, you have to give them ornaments, you have to give them a one-man palace, and you have to expand yourself to live with them. Is it possible? Then that fellow thought, little difficult, he is saying. Then his friend said, little difficult, don't bluff. You just cannot do it. You cannot do it. You can't imitate God. That's why he is God. Krishna is God. So, when Krishna is marrying 16,108 queens, many living entities become envious of Krishna. Hey, why he is so opulently living and why should I not be like him? Whereas when you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will see his associates are all males. You find Srimati Radharani is Gadadhar Pandit, who is a brahmachari. Gadadhar Pandit, isn't it? Similarly, you will find Sarup Damodar. He is, Rukmini. You find he's coming as Sarup Damodar. Like you find, he's Lalita Saki. He's Lalita Saki, Sarup Damodar. And Ramananda Rai is Vishaka Saki. But they are coming in male forms. You can see that. So nobody can misunderstand Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. And Lord Chaitanya, although he is Krishna, Krishna had curly locks of blackish hair. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shaved up the hair to become a mendicant. There is one song of, let me just see whether I can get. That is one very nice song of. See what Mirabai is saying about Lord Chaitanya. You are able to see it? Is it coming? See. अभी तो हरि नाम धुन लो लागी साधो सब जगह बोलता माखन चोर नाम धरो vairagi. She is telling, see, this Makan Chor Krishna now is distributing holy name all over the world now as Lord Chaitanya. Kahan chadi bahu mohan murali? Hey, where did you give up your flute? Kahan chadi sab gopi? Hey, you have given up all your gopis. More mundai, gora kati bandi. She's saying you have shaved your head and you are wearing the dress of a mendicant. Mani na mani gopi, saying, Mata Yashoda Mati Makan Choran Bandi Jaki Baha Shama Kishore Bhaye Nava Gora Chaitanya Jako Nam. Now his name has become Chaitanya. She's telling with the Makan Chor earlier. See, Pitambar ko bhav dikave kati kaupi na base. Gore Krishna ki dasi mira jasana Krishna bane na bane. So although Krishna has not come as Krishna, he is wearing Krishna wears Pitambar. But now the same Krishna is coming with a sannyas vesh like this. He has become a Gaur Krishna now. Sham Krishna has become Gaur Krishna. But Dasimira, she is not going to be bewildered. She will understand who you are. Abuto Harinam Dunulo Lagi. That's what she is singing. Amazing, no? So in this way, Lord Chaitanya was recognized by many. So he is also merciful. Why he is more merciful, I told you. Krishna kills the demons. Like, Krishna killed Agasur, Bakasur, Trinavar, Putana, so many demons he killed. Whereas Lord Chaitanya doesn't kill the demoniac people. He kills only the demoniac mentalities. That's another reason why he is more merciful. And his pastimes are not bewildering. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are easy to grasp, understand by the conditioned souls. The conditioned soul says, okay, you sannyasi, very good, no problem. Krishna means problem. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no problem. They can accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada says from the time Lord Chaitanya appeared, up to the time he went back to Godhead, Prabhupada says you cannot find even an iota of blemish in his character. He's a spotless character, Lord Chaitanya. Nobody can point fingers to him for anything. So why he is doing that? Because he is becoming a devotee. Krishna becoming his own devotee and teaching how a devotee should be. So Mahaprabhu came to give this Unnata Ujjvala Rasa, which is Madhurya Bhakti. See, external reasons are given here. He came to spread Harinam Sankirtan, and to deliver the suffering souls of Kali Yuga, and then to establish Yuga Dharma. He came for these things. But the deeper truth is, all these things can be done even by devotees also, as I told you. He doesn't come for any ordinary purpose. He comes for something very intimate, very special. We will see what it is. See, prema rasa aswadana. That is, as Krishna, when Krishna appeared, he appeared to relish rasas in 5 forms. You all know that. Shantaras, Dasyaras, Madhuryaras, Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vachalas, Madhuryaras. And the incidental reason or secondary external reason is Raga Marga Bhakti Pracharan. Yeah. Krishna also comes in this world. He also wants to enjoy rasa and he also wants to do Bhakti Prachar also. He does it like she says, Kunti Manani, Shravana Smaranarhani Karishaniti Kechana, like that she says. Bhavesmin Klishyamananam Avidya Kama Karma Vihi Shravana Smaranarhani Karishaniti Kechana. So Krishna performs pastimes to attract the jivas also. And similarly, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why he appeared? Prema rasa aswadan he did in 3 aspects. I am going to show you in the next slide. And he also does Raga Marga Bhakti Pracharan. And the Yuga Dharma also. And Advaita Acharya called him, so he came. See, this verse talks about the same identity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Radha Krishna. I told you, see, Radha Krishna, Pranaya Vikritir, Kladini Shakti Rasmat. Radha and Krishna's identity is Ekatmana, he says. They are Eka Atma, which is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Deha Bhedam means they have become 2 forms, Radha and Krishna. To whom did Mahaprabhu show this form? Anybody knows? Ramananda Rai. See, here Ramananda Rai's face is not seen here, only body is seen. You can see, yeah. So Mahaprabhu showed the darshan to Ramananda Rai. And he has come as Chaitanya Akyam. Prakatam Madhuna Tatbayam Chaikyam Aptam. They have become together now as Lord Chaitanya, that Ramananda Rai saw with his own eyes. But then he observed that Krishna has come taking Radha's bhava. Radha bhava dhyuti suvalitam naumi Krishna swarupam. His swarupam is Krishna and his bhava is Radha's bhava. He is covered, that's why his kanti is golden. He is a golden avatar. Once my spiritual master said, somebody told him, Maharaj, people talk so much nowadays. Is silence not golden? Maharaj said, silence is to glorify the golden avatar, he said. So instead of keeping silent, better than keeping silent is to glorify golden avatar. So, please all of you repeat this. Prema rasa niryasa karite aswadan. Raga marga bhakti loke karite pracharan. Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karuna. Ye duyi hetu hete ichhara udgama. So, Prema Rasa Niryasa Karite Aswadan. Krishna comes to relish the Prema Rasa with his own pure devotees. And he wants to preach Raga Marga Bhakti Loke, means he wants to make sure that people don't remain in Vaidhi Bhakti, but they get Raga Bhakti. What is the difference between Vaidhi and Raga? Vaidhi Bhakti is done out of duty Bhakti, dutiful Bhakti. I am supposed to chant my holy names and complete 16 rounds. I am supposed to get up early in the morning. I am supposed to follow 4 regulative principles. So you do it out of a sense of duty. Whereas Raga Marga means you do it out of love. You are jubilant to get up in the morning. You are eager to go and take darshan of the Lord. Prabhupada said, why only 16 rounds? Why not 16,000 rounds? He asked him. That is Raga. Raga means great taste in chanting and hearing about the Lord. So, Prabhupada says all of us, in our own heart, the Raga Bhakti is hidden, but it has to be uncovered, just like a red hot coal. It's covered by ashes. Like that you do, ashes are gone, then you see the red hot coal. Like that, love of God is hidden. But by doing the Vaidhi Bhakti, eventually that pure love will get awakened. Once His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj came to Pune, he was giving a nice example. He said in the Vedic times, a boy and girl match was done completely by the parents. The girl doesn't know anything about the boy, boy doesn't know anything about the girl. They even put a parda on the marriage day. You've seen that? Then they remove the parda later on. Correct now? So he said, when a girl gets married, there's only one reason she marries the boy, because her parents have told her to accept him. She has trust in whom? Parents. Because the father is handing her over to the boy, she accepts. And then when she goes to his home, when she starts cooking for him, serving him, washing clothes and cleaning the house, everything, gradually by service, she develops affection attraction, and he also develops attraction, affection. Within 5 years, they become practically inseparable. They become so strongly attached. You have seen that? So Maharaj was telling, by service, that attachment develops. He said, if you don't do service, that type of attachment will not develop. If you simply sit down and theoretically philosophize, only head will become big. Without practical service, we don't feel any affection. Affection actually awakens when we render service to somebody. Like mother, she's bathing the child, dressing the child, decorating the child, with varieties of, sometimes she puts a gopi dress, sometimes she puts a frock, sometimes she puts a ribbon, sometimes she ties a rubber band above or whatever. So she does different things. So the child, she sees the beauty of the child in different ways. Similarly, the pure devotees, they like to dress the deities. Today, our Madan Mohan's mukut, you see how it is. You took notice of that? Correct. So, similarly, on some special day, for Radharani also, they'll make like a andal type of this thing they'll make. So, when devotees make different type of outfits and decorations for the Lord, they feel great joy in seeing the Lord in different ways. So, the raga also is something which develops over time when one renders service, accepting a pinch of extra sacrifices for the Lord. So Krishna's desire was, whole world is submerged in, Aishwarya Bhava, which means people are, he says here, you see, Aishwarya Jnanete Sab Jagat Mein Shrita Aishwarya Shitila Preme Nahi Mora Prita हमारे ईश्वर माने अपना कहीना तारा प्रेमे वशामी नहीं अधीना. He's saying, in the whole world, people come to temple, they bow down to me. Some people even do this also. You have seen that? Isn't it? They say, you are a father, I am like a son, I am little naughty, so please forgive me, or whatever. So Lord said, oh, everybody is bowing to me and glorifying me. Aishwarya Shitila Preme, Nahi Mara Prita. When the prema becomes weak because of superficial reverence, too much of reverence makes the love weak, the Lord said. So people are treating me as a Ishvara and they're considering themselves small. Tara prema vashyami na hai adina. That kind of weak love cannot control me, the Lord said. So in the previous verse which you recited, Rasika Shekara Krishna, Paramakur, there are two reasons which strongly awaken intense love in the heart of the devotees. One is Krishna's sportive, playful nature. It's called Rasika Shekara. And Parama Karuna means Krishna's merciful nature. So some of you devotees will be attracted to Krishna's playful nature. How many of you like Krishna's mischievous nature of stealing butter? Correct, no? Stealing butter, naughty, playful, doing mischief. How many of you like? Okay. How many of you are more attracted by Krishna's merciful nature to Putana and Krishna's merciful nature? About another half, you see? Different devotees. Some people don't like Krishna's mischievous nature. They say, God should be proper, you see. You should not tell lies. You should be. Therefore, you will find the same Lord Krishna comes as Rama. See, Krishna appeared in midnight. Rama appears by noontime. Correct, no? Opposite time. Just see. And Rama remained in one place only, Ayodhya, for his entire duration of kingship. And Krishna always goes from place to place. He leaves Vrindavan and makes them cry and goes to Mathura. And makes Mathura was his cry and goes to Dwaraka. Makes Dwaraka was his cry and goes to Hastinapur. Keeps going around. You ask him, hey, why are you doing this? No? I want to little bit make the devotees feel separation from me. And Ram remains in one place for thousands of years. You will see that. And Ram stands erect and Krishna stands in threefold bending form. Correct, no? Yeah. And Ram is, you will see, Lord Ram will never speak a lie. He is Satya Sankalpa. And for Krishna speaking lie is very common. You steal butter and say, I never stole. Isn't it? Yeah. And Ram will also come down to the level of Vanaras like Sugriva or even boatmen like Guha or Rakshasa family people like Vibhishan, but Ram has little condition. He will only connect with the leaders of the groups. Correct now? Who is leader of the Rakshasas was Vibhishan. And Vanara's leader was Sugriva. Boatman leader was? Yeah. But Krishna will make friendship with even birds, peacocks, monkeys, deers, cows, calves. Saushilita goes even below leadership also. Everybody, isn't it? So, different style. You can see that. Ram took Ekapatni Vrat and Krishna married 16,000 arrows, right? So, therefore, why Lord is appearing in these two different forms, although he is the same person only, because different devotees have different type of bhava. Like some of you would like Lord to be truthful. Like Gandhi said, I like Lord to be truthful, honest, straightforward, and one who strictly sticks to the vows, Ekapatni Vrat. One should be like, human being should be like this. Okay, Lord says, okay, I'll come as Rama for you. I will attract your heart by being such a strict person like Ram. And for others, he comes as Krishna. So, yeah. See, these are our Vrindavan Leelas. Krishna did this Vrindavan Leelas. Yeah. So, Radha Krishna Eka Atma Duyi Deha Dhari Anyonya Vilasa Rasa Aswadana Kari. See, Radha Krishna Eka Atma, it is said. There is another verse. Radha Shakti Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Like that, there is one verse. Radharani is Shakti and Krishna is Purna Shaktiman. So, and both of them are one divided into two. Just like sun and sunlight. Are they one or different? They are simultaneously one and different, correct? No? It's like the kasturi and the fragrance. Are they separable? No. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, he says, Ataparakita Surya nahi jani, Radha verahita Krishna nahi mani. He says, I cannot accept a sun without sunlight, and I cannot accept a Krishna without Srimati Radharani. Like that he says. So because Radha and Krishna are one, they become two. For performing Leela Vilas to charm the jivas, to attract all the jivas. So when they perform Leelas, the jivas delight, they feel a great thrill. Just like once Krishna goes to Srimati Radharani's place and he batters the door, she's asking, who is that battering my door with a single finger? And Krishna is saying, I am Madhav, who has come here. Radharani is saying, oh, spring season has come to my door? She's asking. He says, oh, I am not spring season. I am the crusher of serpents. Open the door, she's saying. And she's saying, oh, the crusher of serpents is Garuda. Has Garuda come to my door? She's asking. Krishna is saying, no, I am the wielder of disc who has come. You know who is the wielder of disc? Lord Hari, one who is having chakra, no? So she heard it. Oh, you are the wielder of disc. Are you a potter? She asked him. Because potter also rotates the wheels. So he said, hey, no, I am master of Garuda who has come. So in this way, you will see when Radha and Krishna's pastimes charm the hearts of the jivas. So Krishna is genius and Radharani is super genius. So one personality appears in two forms, but again they appear in one form as Lord Chaitanya. Why? We will see the reason in the next one, we'll see. So Lord Chaitanya is relishing and gifting. The both he is doing. He did not just come merely to give Harinam. He came to give Radharani's love for Krishna. Not just love for Krishna, but the very quality and depth of Srimati Radharani's love. You will see that. You see, Krishna wanted to experience the greatness of Srimati Radharani's love for him. That's the first reason. Glory of her. Because amongst all the devotees, Radharani is supreme. She's the supreme personality of servitor Godhead, we call her. Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. Radharani is supreme personality of servitor Godhead. So Krishna is Sevya Bhagavan, she is Sevaka Bhagavan. That means she is the greatest seva. So In fact, I wasn't aware. Later on I came to know Krishna has many different type of gopis. The ones we see in Mayapur Dham, they are called as Parama Preshta Sakis. Parama Preshta. Preshta means what? Very dear. Parama Preshta means very dear Sakis of Krishna. And who are they? All 8 of them are Radharani's expansions only. They call this Kaya Vyuha. Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Tungavidya, Rangadevi, Sudevi. Correct? All these different personalities. And why Radharani should expand in these different forms? Because in different forms she can simultaneously serve Krishna. One gopi is playing mridanga, one gopi is playing kartals, one gopi is making a garland, one gopi is giving betel nuts, one gopi is fanning, or one gopi is drawing, isn't it? So she can simultaneously serve in multiple ways. How many of you sometimes had too much service? You wondered whether you can expand and serve in multiple ways. Correct? Sometimes you have too much of service, isn't it? So how you all expand? By preaching and bringing some new fellows and delegating the service to them. So you can expand by bringing new people. You need more other souls. But when it comes to Radharani, she herself expands into the Kaya Vyuha. Then, of course, there are other Sakis, Radha Snehadika Sakis, Krishna Snehadika Sakis, Nitya Sakis, Prana Sakis. There are many like that. But all these Sakis, their prerana or their inspiration to serve Krishna comes from Srimati Radharani. She is like the epitome of devotion. With all her 64 kalas, she renders service. So Krishna was amazed that all these devotees who are serving me, they are all so jolly, they are so blissful. So he felt Radharani's happiness is, 10 crore times greater than mine, like that Krishna felt. Several 10 crore times bigger than mine. So naturally, Krishna became greedy to experience, what Radharani is feeling when she is doing devotional service to me. He was eager to know that. When the absolute truth itself becomes eager to see the mood of a servant. Just like a lotus, cannot taste its own honey. The lotus cannot see its own beauty. The lotus cannot smell its own fragrance. Who enjoys that? A bumblebee. So then Krishna developed the desire to become like a bumblebee, to taste the... So that is why Krishna wanted to experience the greatness of Srimati Radharani's love for him. What is the devotion in her heart? And that makes her so great. And the sweetness, Krishna wanted to taste the sweetness in himself that Radharani experiences. What is it in him that attracts her? And the happiness she feels by devotional service. So he became ready to experience that happiness. Therefore, Krishna becomes a devotee. Not to teach devotion theoretically, but to show how to love Krishna. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is very practical in teaching everything. For example, every day morning when he gets up, what does he do in Jagannath Puri? Anybody knows? After he gets up and takes bath, what does he do? No, he will go for darshan. Where? To Jagannath. That means we have to go for Mangalarati daily. He's teaching by example. And after that, what he will do? After taking darshan, he will go to the seashore. And he will continuously chant 2 lakh names till 1 o'clock. 12 or 1 o'clock. You will see, how many of you have seen picture of Mahaprabhu sitting in front of the ocean? You've seen that picture? Yeah, he will continuously chant there. Or he will go to the place of Tota Gopinath to meet whom? Gadadhar Pandit. What for? Bhagavatam discussion. What did he discuss? Gopi Gitam, or what did they discuss? Prahlad Charitra and Dhruva Charitra. Because people may think Mahaprabhu is very esoteric personality. Maybe he will, he will study Yugala Geet, Gopi Geet, all these different. Correct? Now people think like that. But he taught us that you should study Dhruva and Prahlad. Mahaprabhu was deeply touched by Dhruva's determination. He was deeply touched by Prahlada's pure devotion, without any motives. These 2 things attracted him. When Gadadhar Pandit would finish the whole Bhagavatam verses on Dhruva once, Mahaprabhu would say, speak it again. So I heard that 100 times he heard Dhruva. So much enthusiasm he had. So in this way, Mahaprabhu is very much eager to see all of us cultivate practical devotional service like Dhruva and Prahlad. So in our Pune temple, that was one of my inspiration in making the dioramas. This side Dhruva and then I had Prahalad. Because I heard Mahaprabhu loved it very much. That's why we put these two pastimes. So when you are doing Pradakshina in an NVCC temple, you start with Dhruva, mixed devotion, go to Prahalad, pure devotion, then go to 5 rasas, Goloka. Then you return back to Godhead after that. In one Pradakshina. That's how it's made like this. Huh? Made like this. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, learning how to love Krishna. This is the highest theological point, you see. So who is teaching him how to love Krishna? Huh? No, who is teaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? See, Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but who is teaching him how to love Krishna? That is Radharani. In which form she is coming? Huh? Gadadhar Pandit. So Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani who has given her Mahabhav to Krishna. Okay, you can use my Mahabhav and experience yourself, how a devotee feels. Huh? She has given. One important point we should know, when she is giving Mahabhav to him, not that she will become bereft of Mahabhav. It's not like that. Like I have a lamp on Damodar month. I give you the lamp to lit your lamp. Say 10 of you I give you. Will I not have the lamp? I will have also. Similarly, Radharani gives Mahabhav to him. That doesn't mean she becomes bereft of it. Huh? She has it also. But why she is coming as Gadadhar Pandit? Because sometimes a company sells a machine. Say one company in Hyderabad sold the machine to another company somewhere in Chennai or somewhere. So the company will send one man along with the machine. You've seen that? For commissioning the machine. And also when another company operates the machine, they may get some trouble. And then they will consult their fellow who goes with the machine. Similarly, Radharani has given her Mahabhav to Krishna, but she wasn't sure whether this fellow will be able to use it properly. Because he's a Swami. He is not a Das. So she is there by his side. Like as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Ishwarapuri and took initiation, in which temple? Vishnupadi Mandir. In the pretext of going to Gaya for his father's Shraddha, his intention was not just to do Shraddha and come back. His intention was to meet his spiritual master. So even those who are taking initiation, they should be very intelligent. Make sure that 16 rounds, 4 legs you follow and get initiated. Somehow you have to cajole family members and make them become happy with your devotion service. Sometimes a person says, oh Prabhuji, in my family people are not happy, so I gave up chanting. People say that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't do that. He at the appropriate time when Diksha time came, Mahaprabhu reached Vishnupadi Mandir. There were Brahmins glorifying the lotus feet of Vishnu. These are the same lotus feet massaged by Goddess of Fortune Lakshmi. These are the same lotus feet which were kept by Lord Vamanadev on the head of Bali Maharaja. These are the same lotus feet which carry the symbol of thunderbolt, which destroys the mountain of sinful reactions of his devotees. And these are the same, lotus feet which is most sought by bumblebee-like devotees who are always aspiring for the honey. So like this, they were speaking glories. When Nimai Pandita was sitting in the temple, he heard the glories of then his heart started raging with love, hearing the glories of the Lord. Just like in an airport, you have seen an aeroplane, they first propel it, you have seen that? Zoom, 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 zoom. And then when aeroplane gets started, it just propels up. Similarly, the glorification of the Lord who propelled his love of God. For whom? For Lord Chaitanya. At that time, his guru entered the temple of Vishnupadi temple. Nimai Pandit got up and ran to him and fell at his feet and said, oh, special master, please initiate me. And Guru said, how can I initiate you? You are Supreme Personality of Godhead. He said, no, it's my desire that you initiate me. And then he said, okay, if that is your desire, I will do it as your servant. And then he initiated him. The moment he got initiated, Nimai Pandit became haunted with love of God. He became Goloka haunted. Yeah. From there, when he left the temple and returned to Navadvip, he was asking, where is Krishna? Kota Krishna, Kota Krishna. He was asking, where is Krishna? In fact, when he came to Sachimata saw he is desperate to meet Krishna. On the way, he saw Krishna eye to eye in Kananadshala. So the tears were, constantly pouring like Ganga and Yamuna from his eyes. Prior to that, he performed another Leela in Nadia as a Tarkika Shiromani, which means he was a very greatly talented Dvija, Brahmana, who was having his own Chatushpati. Chatushpati means Gurukul school. Many hundreds of students would come to his place. He was one of the most famous teachers, teaching Nyaya Shastra. And students would come, he was teaching. But he looked very handsome. He had a face like a full moon, bright tilak on his forehead, and curly locks of blackish hair, and sacred thread passing through his body. He looked like a full moon and surrounded by the stars of his students. So when he would walk to the Ganges, many Vaishnavas would see him, get charmed by his beauty. But then they would go near him, and hearing his Nyaya Shastra, they would run away. They would wonder why he can't be a Vaishnava devotee. So the devotees were all in Yogamaya, didn't understand his real identity at that time. It was covered. But now when he returned like this, the devotees were so happy. Morning when they went to pluck flowers, they said, "Hey, did you hear the news? Good news. The Nimai Pandit has become devotee now. He has become a Vaishnava now. Let's go to his home and see him." So they all would come running to see him. And Nimai Pandit was constantly absorbed in remembrance of Krishna and crying for Krishna, speaking about Krishna. So at one time he wanted to, he came to know Krishna is in the heart. So he wanted to tear his heart. At that time Gadadhar Pandit came and pacified him. Nimai, don't worry. He said, Nimai asked, where is Krishna? He said, on the way, he's coming very soon. So he waited, okay, he's going to come now. And Nimai was telling Gadadhar, you are born in such a wonderful family. Right from your birth, you have been always a devotee. Look at me, I have wasted my life in useless arguments like a logician. So, in this way, Nimai had a great attraction and appreciation of the devotion of Gadadhar Pandit, who is none other than Srimati Radharani. And she is actually assisting him in reviving that love. What is Mahaprabhu's deepest pain? Mahaprabhu did not suffer because of atheistic people. He suffered because people didn't understand his heart. What was his heart? Mahaprabhu rejected Varnashrama, Karma, Jnana, Yehobahya he says. Even mixed bhakti, he said it is external, Yehobahya. He kept on searching deeper. But when he finally heard about Radha Krishna Tattva, he said, this is what I came to hear, meaning this is what he came to give. So Mahaprabhu is not just satisfied with some temple attendance or counting rounds or accepting a position in the spiritual society or getting recognized by the mass of people in the world. He came to give us a change of heart from going from average ordinary bhakti to intense bhakti. Like you will see, religion means it seeks protection from Krishna. Whereas love of God means it seeks whose happiness? Krishna's happiness. Tat sukha sukitvam. To getting happiness by making Krishna happy. Whereas ordinary religious people, they go to a temple, they pray for their own protection. So ordinary religious people, they seek security. Whereas when you love Krishna, you don't seek security, you seek surrender, sharanagati. Krishna, accept me as your servant. Engage me in your service. Ordinary religion, it is very calculative. If I pray to Krishna, what will he give me? Whereas love means it gives everything without reservation. Like how the fruit vendor lady gave fruits. Was she calculative? You gave 2 rice particles, take 1 small piece of fruit. She was not calculative. So Mahaprabhu did not come to create a religion. He came to create lovers of Krishna. So this is what makes this moment very special. You will see when Mahaprabhu was in Gambhira, he was crying all night, not for liberation, not for peace, but in viraha of Krishna. See, one day Mahaprabhu was sleeping in Gambhira, and Shankar Pandit and Saru Damodar, they were outside the Gambhira room, and they had bolted the door from outside, so that Mahaprabhu will not get up and come out. But in the early morning, they saw inside Gambhira, Mahaprabhu was not there. Because it's Krishna himself. How he came out, God knows, he only knows. He is only God, he only knows. Nobody can say. But Mahaprabhu came out, and in search of Krishna, he went to the Simhadwar. the temple, there he had fallen to the ground unconscious. Devotees went with the hurricane lamp and all surrounded him, and they were sprinkling water on his face. Mahaprabhu said, "Why did you all take me away from Vrindavan? Huh? I was in Govardhan. At the top of the Govardhan hill, Krishna and covered boys, were surrounded by cows and calves. And all the gopis were plucking flowers and making garlands to offer to Krishna and Balaram. And I was also plucking flowers, and you fellows, you guys have brought me from Vrindavan here. Why did you do that?" And Mahaprabhu cried loudly. When he cried, then all the devotees also cried. So in this way, you will see Mahaprabhu's Leela and the Gambhira. He was constantly absorbed in remembrance of Krishna, like that. One day he ran behind the Chataka Parvat, considering it to be Govardhan. Any mountain he saw, he thought of it to be Govardhan. Sometimes he considered the ocean to be Yamuna, isn't it? And wherever he would see garden and cows, he will think, hey, Krishna must be around here. So his eyes were always longing to search after Krishna. Even in the Jagannath Puri temple, when Jagannath would go for Anavasara period, 15 days, Mahaprabhu would missing Krishna, so he would go to a place called Alalnath. And I was wondering, first time when I heard, Anavasara period is a period you can't see Jagannath eye to eye. It's Jagannath goes for rest that time. So why is he going to Alalnath? Alalnath, there is a Vishnu form, I was thinking. Later on I came to know, in Alalnath, the 400 form of Vishnu is not Vishnu, it is Krishna only. Krishna in Paita, One time Krishna left the rasa dance, and then he stood in a place called Paita, where he assumed a 400 form to cheat the gopis. All the gopis would see from a distance, hey, that bluish fellow. They would come running. When they would come near, they would come to see who is it? It's Vishnu, with a 400 form. Then they would offer obeisances and say, oh, Vishnuji, can you please tell us whether Krishna went on this side? Did you see him? And Vishnu would show hand there, go straight. Go straight and take right, you will find him. All the gopis got cheated. But the last gopi to come was Srimati Radharani, with her eyes smudged with kajal and her hair disheveled. When Vishnu, the so-called Vishnu, who saw her, immediately his two hands melted away and he couldn't cheat Radharani at all. He revealed his what form? Dvibhuja Rupa, Krishna form. So therefore Mahaprabhu would go to see that Alalnath form. So there he would offer obeisances on a rock, and the rock has a depression of the body of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which will be hot in great feeling of separation from Krishna. So in this way Mahaprabhu performed many pastimes of separation. So Mahaprabhu is still searching for sincere hearts, you see. He does not need our expertise or scholarship. He doesn't measure by how much you control, how much you manage, how much you know. He measures as how much we love Krishna, you see. So Prabhupada traveled around the world. Why? Not to create just some institution where people come and become religious. In India also there are many, many temples, people go for aratis, correct, no? Every evening you find in India, tang, 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 people ring the bell, they do the aratis, they do Riti Rivaj. Rituals are very common in India. That's nothing great about rituals. And also scholarship is also very common. You go to IITBH, Varanasi, and you go. There are many institutions even today offering Sanskrit scholarship. MA Sanskrit, doctorate in Sanskrit and all that. Actually, Chaitanya is not looking for scholars. He is not looking for ritualists. He is not looking for people who pray for liberation. He actually came to distribute Krishna prema. This I told you, why Lord is most merciful. Yeah. Krishna demands surrender. Mahaprabhu gives love first. Yeah. The deepest secret is Krishna is conquered only by love. Srimati Radharani conquered Krishna completely by her devotion. Krishna wanted to understand how she conquered him. Therefore, Krishna became her. This is the deepest secret of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. You see, in other forms, when Krishna descends in this world, he comes as a personality showing great amount of power, like Varahadev or Narsimhadev or others. But Krishna, Mahaprabhu doesn't come to show his power, he comes to show the power of love, not his physical might. Comes to the power of love. So we worship Krishna, but Krishna worships love. So, this is one thing I was telling you, Jati Dhan Vidyabal, Na Kore Apeksha. Not only you don't need qualification, but even the most degraded people like this, Jagai Madai Mahaprabhu delivered. When Nityananda Prabhu reminded him, my dear Lord, you have come not to kill the people, but to kill the demoniac quality. Mahaprabhu accepted. Similarly, Mahaprabhu's love for the devotees is seen in this pastime. If somebody faithfully practices devotional service, Mahaprabhu personally carried the body of Haridas and danced in ecstasy. And Mahaprabhu said, look at this Haridas. All his life he has chanted the holy name. And for a moment, for a split second, he didn't waste his time. He was always calling out Krishna's names and he was always preaching. So Mahaprabhu glorified Haridas, and then while conducting the funeral of Haridas, Mahaprabhu personally went to the shops and begged for alms. And all the shopkeepers brought big, big baskets from the Anand Bazaar. And Saru Damodar said, my dear Lord, if you beg, they will empty the whole market and give it to you. You please, you sit in one place. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shows how Krishna becomes servant of his own devotee. Yeah. This is another famous pastime, Mahaprabhu cleansing the Gundicha temple to teach how we should cleanse the inner impurities. When you clean the temple, you also clean your heart. 2 times Mahaprabhu cleansed the temple. So Mahaprabhu said, when you, like we say, Sevon Mukhe hi jihvadav, swayameva swaratyadaham. So this is a very famous pastime. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given a very good commentary to this. He says that Mahaprabhu, along with the associates, he cleansed. Similarly, all of us stay in the association of devotees. Sandhira charana sevi bhakta sanevas. Janave janame hoye agilash. Jai Gosai jabe vraja koilava. Radha Krishna nitya leela korilo prakash. Anande bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Bhajayama. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyash. Nama Sankirtana Kore Narottamaga. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Madhavaya Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Now I'm running out of time. Last 2-3 slides are there. I'll just show you. See the fisherman one time, Mahaprabhu, I told you that once he ran to Simhadwar, correct, no? Another time, thinking the ocean to be Yamuna, Mahaprabhu ran to the ocean. And he fell into the ocean in great ecstasy. He didn't even know that he has fallen into the ocean. So one fisherman was trying to catch big, big fishes. So in his net, Mahaprabhu's body went, like you are seeing here. And the fisherman had brought, at the time, all the devotees became worried. Where is Mahaprabhu? We don't see him. So Saru Damodar and others were roaming. And then they came across this fisherman's place. And they came to know that the fisherman captured one big fish. They were suspicious about it. So the fisherman was telling This fish is such a dangerous fish that as soon as I touch it, immediately I go mad. And I start chanting, Hari, 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 Hari. Like that I start chanting. And Sarudamodar thought there must be some possibility of Mahaprabhu. So he told her, okay, I am an exorcist. Take me to the fish, let me see, and I will remove this ghost which has haunted you. So Sarudama said, I will give you one putt, and the ghost will go away. Show me who it is. Then when he took and showed, who was it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body had elongated, long hands, long. So in this way, his devotion is so intense that Mahaprabhu, he was restless without Krishna. And this is love. It is not ordinary devotion, it is. He was restless at every moment. Just like if any of you come to know that today is Gulab Jamun, people are restless. Yeah. Prabhuji, is there a possibility of getting 2 more? And they asked their close friend. She empowered Haridas Thakur, I told you about this. She was running behind the sand dune. He cried for Krishna, he searched after Krishna. Yeah, Sri Krishna came to taste love, becoming Mahaprabhu to experience the depth of Radha's devotion, isn't it? And Mahaprabhu came to distribute that love freely. And Prabhupada came to bring that love to us, crossing oceans to place Krishna prema. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Yeah, now it's done now. That was the last slide. ISKCON Prabhupada has started to teach people to go beyond the upadhis of material identifications of man or woman or child or old man or caste, creed, color, nationality. We should distribute the holy name and holy fame to as many people as possible. And Prabhupada said the Indian's duty, especially born in India, Bharata Bhumita Hoila, Manusha Janmaya, Janma Sarthaka Kori Kara Para Upakara. So perfect your life and reach this message of Lord Chaitanya to people. Because it's a universal religion that he's teaching, completely secular. Everybody in any walk of life can pick it up. It's very easy. It's a very joyful process of chanting, dancing, feasting. So every one of us have a very great responsibility on our shoulders. Being born in this Punya Bhumi of Bharata, Mahaprabhu said, and Prabhupada perfectly executed it, being born in India in such a large scale way. So we should at least do our part like a small squirrel who assisted in making Setu Bandha. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.